Hello, breadfiesta here, and welcome back to Let's Play Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Well timed with the music. Today, we are returning to the garage. It is now December, which means that I, the player, not the Car Mechanic Simulator, but I have finished my first term. It says here on the memo, if we go actually to the desk, it says here on the memo from Car Mechanic Head of HR Simulator, congratulations to breadfiesta on finishing their first semester of grad school. Thank you. I appreciate that. Especially considering that in universe, the Car Mechanic Head of HR Simulator would have no idea that I exist. So I appreciate breaking the fourth wall for that. Congratulations. Thank you all. I don't know what my grade is. Hoping it's an A. I put in the work that I feel deserves an A. But as I described to one of my other students, or maybe to a coworker, it kind of felt at the end like, and this might actually not be a Mario Party minigame, but like a Wii Party minigame, where like you're riding a unicycle on a narrow cliff, and as you get near the end, it gets narrower and narrower. And that's kind of how I was feeling at the end. It's just like, oh, I feel like I'm teetering over the edge here, and I could go over the edge, where going over the edge means like a B. But that is how grad school students are conditioned to behave, that anything less than an A is essentially you've thrown away your money. So that's a system that I've signed myself up for, despite hating it almost entirely at a philosophical level. It's also where my future career path is tied up to, so that's really been the source of many a stress breakdown over the last 10 weeks. But that's not what we don't need to talk about that anymore. Happy to talk about it more. I also have people who I talk to outside of my life who I am able to talk to about it. So, yes. Okay. All that is to say, according also to the memo on the page where it is actually a memo and not just like a personal nice note to me, the player, a memo from Car Mechanic Head of HR Simulator. This is the December sale. Well, we didn't really we didn't decorate the place for like a December or like a holiday sale. It also says that 0% discount, 0% financing. We don't sell cars. I mean, we could sell the Katagiri Katsumoto once we finish working on it, which is currently at a value of $12,836. $12,800. I wrote it down. So that way I can tell my progress over the course of this. What we're going to do today, I put on my blue work uniform, is we're going to start off by taking the job. Oh boy, I thought we were getting the easy job first, but that's fine. We'll work on the Bolt Reptilia first. We'll work on this job, build up some more capital. We've got a couple of quick, easy jobs if we just need some more extra money. We're going to do one more pass at the auction house, see if we can get a Maserati MC Stradale or an FMW Panther, one of those two cars. Maybe both, if we can get them for 1 star, like kind of cheap. That would be great. Then we're going to work on the Katagiri, try to get it as close to perfect as we can. And then that's the plan for today. So here we go. Bolt Reptilia, this is just a standard car, comes in the March green, or maybe like Marsh, like probably not going to be a very great color. Engine power has failed. Alright, so that limits our testing. Tapping sounds from the engine bay, air filter. Put in new oil, engine oil and filters. Okay. Loud exhaust and bodywork. Spray it with the factory color. We're not going to like the factory color though, I can already tell you. We might be surprised. That happens. Okay. Nope, I was right. We do not like this color. I also, we don't work in the center of the garage, so we're not going to take a look at that. Let's take a look at this convertible here. Let's just see what it looks like, because we can just jump over. The wood paneling, not my favorite. The fact that it's a convertible, not my favorite. Let's see here. Wooden steering wheel. Don't pay manual windows, again, if this were put up as a convertible. Surprisingly, digital clock. So, not for me. There is a place for a seatbelt to be buckled in, but I don't see where the seatbelt actually is. Where is the also? I guess there's like a little panel here, which is where the convertible like top would come from. All right. Anyway. All right. Engine power's failed because of some of the filters. Tapping sounds from engine bay is just a single thing. Okay, this actually isn't going to be too bad of a job. 49% is a little tricky, but let's just take a look. I like this part of the song. It's like a little dubstep where it has like the drop, but it's better because dubstep is not good. All right. 3. Okay, well, we got the air filter on the top, so let's just get that out of here first. Because it's also possible. I see this part right here. This is the carburetor that I'm taking out right now. But this part right here, this is the intake manifold, and this looks bad. And it's also apparently bolted down somewhere. There. Probably over here too. Okay, let's just do a quick check. Intake manifold, 1 carb. Low carbs. That's a very December thing. Little known fact is after actually starting on Thanksgiving, carbs don't count. So that's pretty nice. Okay. Well, I can see all the exhaust parts that are bad there. Let's just go ahead and take out this. Now, is this exhaust manifold, is this going to be an exhaust part, or is it going to be tapping sounds? Okay, it's not engine power. It's not tapping sounds, so it's just exhaust. Okay. Tapping sounds. Maybe we should take the head off. Took a long time for the next song to come on the radio. I like this song. Oh, hey, look at this. There's a couple of, these aren't ignition coils, per se. These are, nothing? Are these not actually even bad? 49 rocker arms. So these are actually fine. No, one of them is... So those are actually fine, but you know what? I did see something here that is a little suspect, and that's this little, this rod here, which is called a... Nope. Are you kidding me? Valve push rod, which is also at 49%. I'm not going to put the head cover back on just yet. Let's take a look at this side, just in case. Maybe we'll pick out something that's 48%. Okay. Well, I see another, like, push rod that could be bad, so let's start here. No. 49%. This car is giving us some tricks. Hey, hold up. Go back over here. No. Thought it was that clip. Looked suspicious. Engine power has failed. Well, okay, let's just use the electrometer or whatever thing there is. Not a lot of big numbers showing up. I did see a couple 13s, a 14 even. Fuel pump. Okay, we would have found that. We would have gone eventually to the back. Fuel pump, fuel filter. We're still missing something though. Tapping sounds from engine bay. I mean, do we have to just like go? Let's just start taking stuff out. Because I see like that roller down there looks pretty bad. Right here. Well, it doesn't. I guess it's not that bad. It's only a yellow. Huh. We don't have to worry about the running gear because it explicitly told us not to. It might be in the transmission. It's a sign of good content when I start yawning. Not even 10 minutes into the recording. I'm gonna start taking out some of the timing gear stuff, just in case it's like behind this cover. I'm also perhaps a little bit suspicious here of the camshaft, the crankshaft. So I'm gonna just take off all the timing parts again, just in case. There, let's try lifting the car. At least let's get the exhaust parts out. Ooh. Okay, you got it. Hopefully that didn't affect the recording too badly. Well, let's not dump the oil on the ground. That was probably just Wolf Ray 8 going supernova. I mean, it says the next 100,000 years. That could be today. Okay. That. No, that should be just all the exhaust. It's easy. Okay. Let's take a look at the fuel here. You know the fuel pump is bad. Let's just take out the fuel tank just in case. It's at 50%, so not great. There wouldn't be anything else in the back here. Need to replace the oil filter. So grab that. All the I don't know what's with the lag right now. Okay, take a look under here. Let's here. Give me 1 second. Alright, thank you for the interruption. Or apologies for the interruption. I don't need to apologize. I don't apologize for anything. It was Windows Defender had decided to start a scan, and I didn't want it to do that. So hopefully it listens. Nothing under here looks bad. So this was not as fruitful as I kind of wanted it to be. This obviously doesn't have an OBD port, because why would it? This isn't going to really tell us anything. I mean, nothing that we can't already see. Oh, it does actually. The crankshaft itself is bad. So my suspicion was correct. The problem with that is that there's a lot of car we have to take out before we can get to the crankshaft. So, which is also a pain because the way that this car is built, the suspension is kind of in the way of a good chunk of it. So we do have to take out the crankshaft. You have to basically take out everything but the engine block itself. It's sort of the last thing. Yeah, now I got to take out all the pistons. And you know, we don't think we have to take out the transmission, do we? What could have been like an actually kind of easy job just now became like a gigantic pain. Oh, what's great is that these all have just little bolts on them, so we can't just like quickly remove these rocker arms, and there's a million of them. You know what, owner of this bolt reptilia, you should just throw it out, I think. And we can't even remove the head of the car because spark plugs are hidden in here. I hate the way that they twist out. Right, now I can remove this. And that gives us access to some of the pistons, but not all of them. Okay. Well, let's get the spark plugs while we're looking at them. There's that. Okay. If anything, again, it's good experience. I need to also turn down my headset here. There we go. Maybe it's just this song is really loud, but did I miss something? Oh, manifold. That's still really loud. There we go. Maybe also it doesn't help that I have a headache because I didn't hydrate enough today. Not intentionally, but I just forgot. Okay, and this should be about piston 1, piston 2, or rather 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that should be everything, theoretically, preventing us from taking out the crankshaft. If I have to take out the transmission, I'm going to explode. No, I'm not. I like this game. That was more like I was trying to do something for comedic effect, and it felt wrong in the moment. This is good improv. Yep. Okay. It's more so like just that like taking out the drive shaft is annoying. And like annoying as in like sometimes it's hard to wait. It's little things like this that I'm for sure going to forget to put back into the car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now that should be the crankshaft. Okay. That should be... Engine power has failed. We still haven't found it. So the engine power failed was actually the crankshaft, or the tapping sounds was the crankshaft. The engine power, we still haven't found. What is wrong? There's not a lot left, like not a lot of car left that would provide power. And we know that the battery is fine. We know that whatever part that is fine. Whatever part. Oh, that was that little exhaust. What else provides power to the car? I guess we'll just take out this whole deal, because this is like there's some wires connected to this thing, so maybe there's something inside it. There's this. It was that ignition distributor rotor. Okay, now I don't think we need to take out anything else. We just need to see what all we can fix. I'm gonna guess hardly anything. Oh, so just these two, just the crankshaft and the exhaust manifold. Let's hope for the best. Okay, 25%. That's not very much. 34%. That's a little bit better. 40. 66. That's good. 100%. You're getting a almost brand new crankshaft. We didn't break anything. Good job, us. Alright, let me just put stuff back in, I guess. Ignition distributor rotor. Rotors spin, as I understand from the single engineering class that I took. Tablet. Rotor, or rather they're walruses, which I understand more from the several years of Sonic the Hedgehog that I've consumed. Not that I've not consumed, I hate that word. That I've watched, that I've entertained myself with. Fuel filter. Built. Fuel filter. We're also going to need one of those round air filter 1 carbs. And oil filter as well, I believe this one. Yeah, oil filter, round filter, great. Go ahead, put in as many of the timing parts as it will allow. It's just the one, okay. We can put the power steering pump back on. Okay. And we'll put the radiator on. Why not? Not my good radiator, but this okay one. Just get under and put stuff back. This job took longer, I think, than perhaps it needed to. Why can't we fix that? V8OHV. Okay, rear muffler. We need just the one of these, actually. Okay. Middle muffler, we need 2 of them. We couldn't fix those either. Really arbitrary, like what we can fix and what we can't. And we're lagging again, so I did not solve the Windows Defender problem, it seems. While we are back here, we do need to replace the fuel pump. I'm not buying a new fuel pump. We're just going to get rid of one from our inventory. That's why we have it there. We don't need it. This is a front exhaust pipe. See, this stuff isn't like that bad. And again, relatively, it's not that much dollars. Yeah, let's put this in this location. That's fine. And I can put the bearing caps in now. That works. What do you think it really takes to like fix a crankshaft? Like, because that seems like a part that if it goes to like 10% or something, it's at risk of like shearing, which I don't think is something you can just fix by like waving a hammer or a screwdriver at it, huh? Just to me, it doesn't seem like that is how that would go, how that could be fixed. It's gonna be a little bit more of a hassle to put the timing parts back in since we put the radiator back on. But I didn't want to see the ghost part. There's no real like good solution to that problem. So that part really looked bad, but not actually a lot of timing parts in this compared to some others that have like a bunch of like idler rollers and stuff. All the pistons were fine. I mean, if 49% was the threshold, then this car is about to come back into my shop, which that would be fun. If like, I could have put the transmission back in. If you had like repeat customers, that would be a cool little mechanic simulator. Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, like Steam has been telling me that's been on sale. This game actually is on sale right now. The 2015 version for like $2. Definitely, like absolutely 100% worth it. I don't know how long that sale lasts, so if you happen to be watching this at the time I'm recording it, then, ooh, 0%. Nope. Intake. Intake. Ooh, 2 carbs is over double the cost. That's crazy. Look at this like tarantula one. Quattraport. The Stradale is also expensive. Maybe we don't want a Stradale. I desperately need to stop yawning. But it's also, just part of like having finished like this first term of grad school. It took it out of me. I'm gonna be honest. Like as I was talking about with that like unicycle on a cliff metaphor, I'm by the end I felt like just kind of really beat down. My confidence was really shaken in a way that I haven't really felt in a long time, in a way that really didn't make me feel good. Again, in a way that like I didn't feel, I obviously like learned a fair amount. I learned all the things that the syllabus said we were going to learn, but I did also just feel like it was a lot, in a lot of ways, just like it didn't have to be this way. Like it just didn't. The workload just sometimes seems like excessive, especially like thinking about people taking, just as full-time students. I cannot imagine being able to do any sort of like even part-time work and being a full-time student, which is just like 3 classes, or in some programs it's only 2. It's in my opinion just seems excessive, and there are a lot of people who will defend academia. I wish they wouldn't, because in a lot of ways it is indefensible. It really does not have to be this way. And a lot of people, there's been so many articles written about the mental health of graduate students, and how they often feel like they get, taken advantage of because they're treated essentially like unpaid interns. And it doesn't have to be this way. I don't think it has to be this way. Because we all agree that it's not right. So we should all be able to agree that something can be done, even if we don't agree on what needs to be done. We can still agree that something has to be done. If there's one thing I contribute to the world, it will be to fix even just a minor thing about academia at even a single school. Eliminate application fees for grad school. For any application, honestly. Application fees are a racket. No, but they fund our department. Well, get your funding some other way. That's not predatory. That's not the grad... That's not the problem with somebody who doesn't even go to your school. And you're making it that way. So... my hot takes on some parts of academia that I find issue with. Wasn't there a 6-1 over here? Yeah, alright. And let's not forget the starter. This is a V8 starter. I guess OHV is just a... I didn't look it up because that's not how we do. No. 57's good enough. What's with this? That would be about where the shifting thing is, I think. It looks like the shape of it, at least. They kind of overlaid some textures here on the drive shaft. Okay. Oil filter. So I think if we look at the inventory here, we do have a lot of garbage. We also have a lot of garbage. I think we just need to put in the oil. Oh, and then paint it, obviously, but it wasn't obvious. It's on the sheet, but it was not obvious that that was the thought that was going through my head. A little bit more. That was too much. Okay, clean up with some shop towels. Where we keep the... There we go. Yeah. Okay. So I believe... Yeah, we just send it over to the paint shop. Maybe sometimes when the colors are bad, when we paint it and it becomes more reflective, it looks better. Not in this case. Alright, now let's see if we... First off, if we receive anything meaningful financially from this car. Nope. Alright. Sell junk. It did fund, I suppose, like 3 visits to the auction house. So, that's something. Okay. I've thought about this a little bit, and I kind of want to just sell all this stuff, but we'll wait. We'll do the auction house first. We're doing the order of operations. Okay. So many other like places. They like went and modeled this entire like city, of which the layout of this city is insane. No grid format at all. Auctions center. Let's hope for the best. Auction fee is 1,000. All right, let's give us like a 2 or 1 star on this Maserati. Like maybe something that was just in an accident or like a fire. I really like I'm not in the mood for like a bidding war for like another 3-star Maserati. I don't mind the color on this one. We're just gonna bid right away. It's hard because I want to bid but not seem like too thirsty, but I also end up then bidding at the same time as the AI. But it also feels like they're about to let it go until I go in. So there's like one AI who's like fighting me. Let it go. Let it go. It's mine. I'm stopping at 40K again. This is about to become incredibly frustrating. I will stop at 42. Stop. $40. 45. This is my last bid. Hey, I got it. Great. $18,000. That's not a great amount of money to operate a business, but you know what? We got the Maserati MC Stradale. Cool. We can leave now. I don't think $18,000 is going to be enough to work on the... Well, okay. Let's think about this. Let's follow the order of operations that we said we were going to before we hit our mic. We were going to work on the Bolt Reptilia. We were going to go to the auction house, which we did. Admittedly, we did go 3 times, which was more than the one that I anticipated. We could have only gone once if I hadn't missed the raise button. Though, to be honest, like that Maserati probably was way more expensive. So, okay. We spent $5,000, no, because we spent $7,000 more dollars than I really wanted to. And honestly, we spent about $27,000 more dollars than we wanted to. Maybe we can cheer ourselves up with one of these. Nope. Wishful thinking. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We need to cheer ourselves up. I'm in a bad mood. I need to cheer myself up. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to take out every single part of this car. I am going to go bring it over to my workbench over there. and I'm going to just wail on it until it gets good. That's the plan, and that's what's going to happen. And everything that doesn't get good, then we'll just figure it out from there. The air filter actually seems fine, so. But we're taking out everything. Everything must go. This is a liquidation sale. We should probably drain the oil, if there's even any in here. There is not. Wonderful. This is like a practice. It's like the car stripping, but we own the thing. I mean, I feel like with the car stripping, we do own the thing. We'd have to pay some sort of like fee that involves us, like, in essence, like purchasing the car. Next is going to be the theme song, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know why there was a delay. I don't seem to know anything about computers anymore. As previously mentioned, how grad school has rocked my confidence. This doesn't help. An ABS pump in here. I know I can fix one of these two parts, the pump or the module, whichever one's which. Feels like it's a purely electronic part, but I suppose, like, while the car mechanic simulator would not necessarily know how to fix that, I myself, as the computer science simulator, perhaps might know a thing or two about that. Probably this belt tensioner, single idler roller, water pump pulley. That's the water pump? No, this is the water pump. Bad shape. Now, is it going to be a chain or a belt in here? A belt. Some cam gear. Nothing holding the camshafts in place. I feel like that, like there should be some sort of bearing caps there. We're learning about our car. That's what's happening here. Also, I feel like there should be an exhaust or we took off the exhaust manifold. Yeah. Can I get to anything else from the top of the car? I mean, we can take out the battery. We can take out the brake servo, and we can take out this alternator. Okay, I think that's going to be everything from the top of the car, and we've already done all the body parts. See, I like how this right here, because this, you can kind of see it when I hover over the running gear. It's the shock absorber, and you can kind of see the cap of it right there. I like the way that looks. I just saw this and I was like, what is this? It looks like, because it's kind of like a cover, so it probably comes down like it's some sort of like lathe. What's it do? Alright, everything must go. This car is going to have 0 parts when I'm done with it. We're slowly getting there. I feel like a bunch of these rubber bushings are going to be real bad. See that it's not a spring cap, but it's the thing on top of the spring. think would be called a spring cap, but it isn't. Sure. Two and three. And we should be able to take off the knuckle here. Oh no, there's a little hubcap thing in there. This thing's got kind of like a, or this music's got a little bit of like a dubstep aspect to it. I know the fuel pump is good, but the fuel tank looks real bad. Okay, just relax. Was this that was missing a part because it didn't have the little center wheel hub bit that was on the other side. You gotta take out the actual like suspension, which I feel like is would probably be responsible if like I asked somebody else to come into work today to like help me with some of these parts, because I imagine probably pretty heavy. Alright, there's nothing in the back of the car now. Now we start working on the front. It's all experience, at least, so we can start to sometimes if you're having a bad mood also, like just cleaning up your space can help, and so maybe just like a fresh paint or some fresh new walls, you know, that might be nice. In this car, the sway bar was connected to the shock absorber. Is that how it's always been? Oh, and we're lagging again, but I said I'm trying to get into a good mood. Or I can try just restarting the recording and see if that works. Maybe I shouldn't have saved. Sort of a cardinal rule of Let's Play is if your recording is going bad, don't save and just start over. Well, I've kind of messed that up now. It's okay. Recenter. Just a video game. I mean, it may also just be like an art form and one of your last like remaining creative enterprises, and one of the few things that actually brings you joy usually, and so when it's making you upset it doesn't feel good, but it's gonna be fine. I understand why I have to take out the shock absorber before I take out the spring. That's a little unusual. Tie rods, steering rack. Or is that... No, that's the drive shaft. Steering rack would be... I already took that out. In this case, it's a front wheel drive car, so the drive shaft is in the front. Okay, we confirmed there was no... I just got charged for something. I confirmed there was no oil in the car. Tablet. $17.90. I got charged a cleaning fee. There was no oil in the car. I pulled out the thing. There was no oil in there. I've recorded... this was a few years ago. I played Sonic 3, the third Sonic game for the Genesis. I recorded... I wanted to do playthroughs of all 3 characters. I recorded my Knuckles playthrough probably half a dozen times. But there was always something that just went wrong, and it got me in a bad mood, and it made me want to just, at some point, just stop playing it altogether. And that is honestly kind of where I'm getting at this exact moment, is I'm starting to get that feeling of just like, I'm so upset with this particular recording that I just want to toss the entire project. And it is largely not been my fault. Obviously it's my fault because I'm being like in such a bad mood and just like acting and behaving very negatively, which is not a particularly like enjoyable experience for the viewer. And for that, again, I don't apologize because there's nothing for me to apologize for. If you don't like it, then you click away, and but like so many people have. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the engine block, and I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to take like a 15-minute break at least, because I am actually about to have like a nervous breakdown.